This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com and GatheringMagic.com, your place to explore the game.
Hello, this is Skaggs, and this is my Xenagos God of the Revels EDH deck. Okay, so let's get started with the non-basics. We have the Rugged Highlands. Comes in tap, get 1 life. Raging Ravine. It's a manland, comes in tapped. Tap it for a red and a green, or red or green. And you can tap 4 until the end of turn. Raging Ravine becomes a 3/3 red-green elemental creature. And where this creature attacks, it gets a +1/+1 counter. And it's still a land. Gruul Guildgate, Rootbound Crag. This is a world's tournament land. The silver borders. Compulsion Forest. It's a pain land. Either you can tap it for 4 colorless, or you can tap it for red and green and pay 1 life. Forgotten Cave. This is my only cycling land for some reason. I've not decided to put any others in. Temple of Abandon. Skarrg Rage Pits. You can tap it for a colorless, or tap a red and a green and tap it to give 1 creature +1/+1 and trample until the end of turn. Which really helps with the commanders, since he makes everything huge, but you're kind of missing that key word, like trample. Wooded Foothills from Kazandu here. Kazandu Refuge. It's basically another, it comes in tapped, you get 1 life, and you can tap a red and a green for it. I'm running, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 forest. A little bit risky on the color fixing, but no worries. Got all the ramp in the world. Alright, mountains. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 mountains. A lot less than the forest, because I'm not really running too many red creatures in this. It's really green heavy, but a lot of it is dual colored or colorless. Alright. Everyone knows this combo in aggro deck. We got the Bear Umbra. Oh, new guy. Savage Ventmaw. Whenever he attacks, he pumps 6 mana into your mana pool. And Hellkite Charger. These guys, instantly I get to have as many attack steps as I want, and with Xenagos, they become huge. So why not do it for free? Crater Hellion. Mostly just use him for a field wipe because I don't have much, but whenever I gotta get rid of tokens, he comes in handy. New addition to the deck, really. Flamerush Rider. Basically, if I'm attacking with a big creature, why not have 2? Don't really use this guy in combat, really. He's mostly there just for the mountain cycling. In my playgroup, there's a lot of combos. Most of them include, I think, Altar of Dementia and Crucible of Worlds. So, I gotta find ways to get rid of those cheap. So why not a 2-drop that taps for 1, destroy? Got it. Utvara Hellkite. There's a lot of dragons in this deck, really. But, whenever a dragon you control attacks, put a 6/6 dragon creature token onto the battlefield. Love this card right here. Another field wipe, basically. Whenever Balefire Dragon deals combat damage to a player, it deals that much damage to each of its creatures. Each of his or her creatures. Hoarding Dragon. Well, I got a few artifacts in here that I kind of need fast as possible. So why not grab them out with a guy? He's easy to die anyway. Rurikthar. He was originally the general in this deck. I had mostly creatures and a primal surge. I finally got tired of getting beat so much because Rurikthar just gets hated out of a game. And he sits in here. He's pretty good. He's a 6-drop, 6/6 Vigilance Reach. Rurikthar, the Unbowed, attacks each turn if able. Whenever a player casts a non-creature spell, Rurikthar deals 6 damage to him or her. Rubble Hulk. Alright. This guy's a little tricky to read. Basically, he's a 6-drop that his power and touch is equal to the number of lands you control. And he has Blood Rush, which is 1 colorless, a red, and a green. Whenever an attacking creature, you can use the Blood Rush ability to give him +X/+X, where X is the amount of lands you have. Counter spells. You gotta stop them. You just gotta stop them. So I use Spellbreaker Behemoth. Gets that devotion up. He can't be countered. Creature spells with power 5 or greater can't be countered either. There's a lot of big guys in this deck. I mean, it's a 4-drop. That's pretty cheap. 5/5. Good body. The Deus. Deus of Calamity. He's a 5-drop 6/6 trample, and whenever he deals 6 or more damage to a player, destroy one of their lands. Destroy target land. My Eldrazi's. I have Pathrazer of Ulamog. He's an 11-drop. Annihilator 3. Pathrazer of Ulamog can only be blocked by 3 or more creatures. And he's a 9/9. So when you attack for 18, I mean, it's not that bad. Ulamog's Crusher. 8-drop, 8/8, Annihilator 2. Ulamog's Crusher attacks each turn if able. Another way to get rid of tokens here, just by pumping in some mana. We have a 5-drop, flying, tap 2 in a red to do 1 damage to each creature that doesn't without flying. Or tap 2 in a green, and it deals 1 damage to each other creature with flying. And it's a 5/3. It's a nice body. Artisan of Kozilek. Oh, how much stuff I need to get back from the grave. Let's see. It's a 9-drop. Whenever you cast it, you get to return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Battlefield, not hand. So, Annihilator 2, 10/9. Great body. Very special gift I've received right here, though. Kozilek, the Butcher of Truth. He's a 10-drop, legendary Eldrazi. Whenever you cast Kozilek, the Butcher of Truth, you draw 4 cards. Really don't get to cast him much because I'm trying to cheat him in as much as possible. The Annihilator 4 is great. If he dies, which barely he does because he's just huge, you can't really have an answer for him. Whenever he goes into your graveyard, shuffle your graveyard into your library. You're going to start again. Recursion. A lot of times I need to get stuff back because it's really needed. Maybe like a really good land ramp spell or a utility creature I really needed. We have Regrowth. It's a 2-drop sorcery. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Harrow. Not a bad land ramp spell, really. I love it. Harrow, 2 and a green. It's an instant speed. As an additional cost to cast Harrow, sacrifice a land. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards, put them onto the battlefield, not tapped. Then shuffle your library. Fires a Yavimaya. Really, it's not as good, because Xenagos, whenever something comes out, it gets haste anyway. But whenever you get those giant spells to where, like, Genesis Hydra or, let's see, Genesis Wave, you just put everything on the field. Why not? Exploration, because land ramp is crucial in this deck, with only 33 lands. Nature's Lore, 2-drop. Search your library for a forest card, then put that card into the battlefield, then shuffle your library. Swiftfoot Boots, because some things need to be protected, because they're just not all big. 2-drop equipment. Target creature gets hexproof and haste, and it's equip 1. Another, because a lot of creatures need to be safe, and I can't afford losing them. Darksteel Plate. It is a 3-drop artifact equipment. Darksteel Plate is indestructible. Equipped creature is indestructible. Equip 2. Not really the best ramp spell I have in here. If I put some more money into it, I could probably get better. But Nisa's Expedition. It's a 5-drop sorcery with Convoke. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards and put them onto the battlefield tapped, and shuffle your library. Alright, another enchantment that comes in handy. Kalini Hard Expedition. It's a 2-drop enchantment that has landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you may put a quest counter on Kalini Hard Expedition. When you have 3 counters on Kalini Hard Expedition, you may search your you must sacrifice it and search your library for up to 2 lands and put them onto the battlefield tapped. Then shuffle your library. Reasons why I barely get to draw cards with Kozilek. Impromptu Raid. It's a 4-drop enchantment that I can. It's a 3 and a hybrid red or green. And you can tap 2 and a hybrid red or green to reveal the top card of your library. If it isn't a creature card, put it into your graveyard. Otherwise, put it into play, and that creature has haste. And sacrifice it at the end of the turn. Domri Rade. Reasons this guy and this guy, this is in here. Because Domri, I get to see what's on top of my library, so I don't have to impromptu and waste my mana. He's a 3-drop planeswalker with 3 loyalty. Look at the top card of your library. If it's a creature card, put it into your hand. You may put it in your hand, you don't have to. But, let's see. Target creature you control fights another target creature. Don't really use that unless I have to. And his ultimate, -7. Whenever you get an emblem, creatures you control have double strike, trample, hexproof, and haste. He doesn't really make it that far, but when he does, that's more of a win more. By the time that happens, I'm hopefully already winning the game. Newest gift I've received from my girlfriend. Ugin the Spirit Dragon. He's 8-drop planeswalker. His +2 is he deals 3 damage to target creature or player. He has a -X where exile each permanent with converted mana cost X or less that's 1 or more colors. And his -10, you gain 7 life, you draw 7 cards, then put 7 permanents on the field. Because free stuff. Let's see. Soul Ring. Everyone knows it. You gotta love it. Ranger's Path. More land ramp. Let's see. 3 and a green, sorcery. Search your library for up to 2 force cards, then put them onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. Cheating stuff in Pattern of Rebirth. Because why not? Because whenever I have something like Sakura Tri-Builder, maybe it's turn 4, I'm ready to get my stuff out and I'm ready to win. Let's go. Pattern of Rebirth. When an enchanted creature is put into a graveyard from play, that creature's controller may search his or her library for a creature card and put that card into play. If that player does, he or she shuffles her library. Market Festival. It's not really that great, but kind of running out of ramp spells over here. So 4-drop enchantment, enchant land. Whenever enchanted land is tapped for mana, its controller adds 2 mana and any combination of colors his or her mana to it in his or her mana pool. In a green deck, you don't really have much card draw, so I've thought about, since I'm ramping already, let's go ahead and put Seer Sundial. It's a 4-drop artifact with landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you may tap 2. If you do, draw a card. It helps when those turns you just can't do anything because you just can't ramp enough. Saved me a few times. Like I said, not many field wipes, but when I need it, I go all out. Savage Twister. X, a red and a green. It's a sorcery. Savage Twister deals X damage to each creature. It's not powerful against Avacyn per se, but whenever you're kind of running out of options, you gotta get through. Restock, because you need to recur some things. Like, maybe, let's see, your Pattern of Rebirth, or your Sakura Tri-Builder again. Or maybe you just ultimated. Oh, let's see. Mage Slayer. When I just can't get through, why don't I just make a 60-60 and just hit him anyway? Mage Slayer is a 1-drop, a red and a green, artifact equipment. Whenever equipped creature attacks, it deals damage equal to its power to defending player. Equip 3. It's won me so many games. Because they have a blocker, they're going to chump block, and I don't have trample. But I will get through. Alright, Life's Legacy from the M15. Life's Legacy is a 1 and a green sorcery. As an additional cost to cast, sacrifice a creature. This helps well because Xenagos, after he gets done doubling their power, I could draw maybe 30 to 60 cards. I mean, why not? Then, draw cards equal to sacrifice creature's power. Another win more card because it helps anytime that I can just hit first and hit hard. So, Berserker's Onslaught. 5-drop enchantment from Dragons of Tarkir. Attacking creatures you control have double strike. Another thing like Life's Legacy. Soul's Majesty. It's a 5-drop sorcery. Draw cards equal to the power of target creature you control. Cultivate. Land ramp spell in every green deck you see. Let's see. It's a 2 and a green sorcery. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards, reveal those cards, and put 1 onto the battlefield tapped, and the other into your hand, then shuffle your library. Naturalize. 1 and a green. Instant. Destroy target artifact or enchantment, because you gotta get rid of those combos. Harmonize. 2 and 2 green. Draw 3 cards, because green. Search for Tomorrow. It's 2 and a green, or you could pay the suspend cost for suspend 2, and you get to put a basic land card onto the battlefield and then shuffle your library. Because I don't have much tutors, Signal the Clans. It's a 1 1 red and a 1 green. Instant. Let's see, search your library for up to 3 cards with 3 different English names. Then you get one of those cards randomly and put them into your hand. The rest go into your library shuffle. Boundless Realms is more of a win more card. Search the library for up to X basic land cards, where X is the number of basic land, X is the number of lands you control, and then put them onto the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle your library. Alright, let's see. Hull Breach. Red and a green. It's a sorcery. Choose 1. Destroy target artifact. Okay, that's cool. Destroy target enchantment. Alright. Or destroy target artifact and target enchantment. Like I said, reasons I need to bring back Sakura Tribe Elder or any card like that is Deathrender. I can sacrifice things over and over, or say I Impromptu Raid, I could just attach it to this guy, get more free stuff out of my hand. It's let's see, Deathrender. It's a 4-drop artifact equipment. Equip the creature gets +2/+2, and whenever equip the creature dies, you put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield and attach Deathrender to it. And it's equipped to Strionic Resonator. It's a great card. Alright. It's a 2-drop artifact, and it has tap 2 and tap it to copy target triggered ability you control. You may choose new target for that ability. Either I can trigger Xenagos, or I can trigger Kozilek. I could trigger any of the Eldrazi where Annihilator can be doubled, just because I need to win more. Beast Within, because removal. It's a 2 and a green. Instant, destroy target permanents. Its controller puts a 3/3 green beast creature token onto the battlefield. Doesn't mean much to me, my stuff is bigger anyway. This is value down right here for me. Sakura Tribe Elder, it's a 2-drop creature, a 1 and a green. Snake Shaman, you get to sacrifice it, search your library for a basic land card, then put that card on the battlefield tapped. Attach him with Deathrender, or put Pattern of Rebirth. I get anything I want for free. Easiest turn 4. Greenseeker. More creatures that do more ramp. Let's see. It's a 1-drop with it's a 1 green elf spell shaper. Tap a green and tap it. Discard a card. Search your library for a basic land card. Reveal it and put it into your hand. Then shuffle your library. I mean, it doesn't say onto the battlefield, but still, it's better than most things I could put in here. Vorinclex, Big Daddy Vorin. He's an 8-drop Praetor. He's a 7/6 with Trample. And I can tap my mana for twice as much. And whenever an opponent taps a land for mana, they don't get to untap it until their, let's see, until their controller's next untap step. So, good luck everyone else. Alright, a big win card right here for me. Worldspine Worm. Yeah, it's an 11-drop, but it's a win. Alright, we have Worldspine Worm. It's 11-drop and 8 and 3 green for a worm with, it's a 15/15 trample, and whenever it dies, put 3 5/5 worm creature tokens onto the battlefield. And yeah, they also have trample. Worldspine Worm, whenever it's put into a graveyard, shuffle it into my library, because I don't want to lose that. Nylea, God of the Hunt. First ever draft rare I've ever gotten in my life. 3 and a green. Legendary creature god. It's indestructible. Devotion. has to be 5 green or it isn't a creature. Other creatures I control have trample, and I could tap 4 to give a creature +2/+2 until the end of turn, and she's a 6/6. Mana Dork. Let's see. Elvish Mystic. 1 green. It can tap for a green. It's a 1/1. This one's more used for its card draw than anything. It's a 4-drop Drum Hunter. At the beginning of your end step, if you control a creature with power 5 or greater, you may draw a card. It can tap for 1 colorless, and it's a 2/2. Genesis Hydra. It's tap X and 2 green. Whenever Genesis Hydra enters the battlefield, you look at the top X cards of your library, and you may put a non-land permanent with converted mana cost X or less from among them onto the battlefield, and shuffle the rest into your library. And Genesis Hydra enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it. Newest Mana Dork. Let's see, Whisperer of the Wilds. It's a 2-drop human shaman. You can tap it for 1 green, or since my creatures are already huge, tap it for 2 green. It's a 0/2. Hydra Broodmaster. It's a 6-drop, 4 and 2 green. It has Monstrosity X, where you can tap double X and a green to put XXX green Hydra tokens onto the battlefield. Another cheat my way in card. Elvish Piper. This is the one I really have to watch out for and make sure she's still living. She's 3 and a green. Elf Shaman. Tap a green and tap her to put a creature from my hand onto the battlefield. Llanowar Elves. A 1-drop for a green. Tap it for a green, and it's a 1/1. Frontier Guide. I didn't know how great this guy was till I found out about Landfall. 1 and a green, it's a Elf Scout. You can tap 3 and a green and tap it to search my library for a land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle my library. It's a 1/1. Let's see. Pelucranos, the World Eater. It's a 4-drop, 2 and a 2 green, legendary creature Hydra, Monstrosity X. You tap 2X and a green, and whenever he becomes monstrous, it deals X damage divided as you choose among any number of target creatures your opponents control. Each of those creatures deals damage equal to its power to Pelucranos. That's great. I want to say thank you for watching Commander Decks. Please subscribe and favorite. Tell me what you think about this deck, and if you have any questions, just put it in the comments.